Okay. I call tonight's meeting of the Dalton Select Board to order.
Fix
Do you happen to print out? Yes, you did. Thank you.
agendas. I almost feel like we should get some elevator music when you guys are signing checks.
We have a live band or something.
A live band might be a stretch. I could always put on Amazon Music.
Elevator music would make me go crazy though.
I started listening to the station called Coffee Shop. Because they've got a good mix of, and like remakes of everything. Pretty good.
$810,000.
It's it's attached to the back. It's for the capital reserves. Those are all the capital reserve account contributions that were voted on. That one jumped out at you, huh?
Yeah,
That's a good thing. Good question to ask. That's glad I could see the paving was for 2 paving jobs
Yes.
when I was looking at the manifest. I said, maybe, didn't think that was what we approved.
Nope.
the court appointed special advocates.
That's part of our community welfare
All the,
that gets approved through the budget. Yep, 2026 appropriations.
These only require two, right? Or all three signatures.
2 signatures, right? The third one's the treasurer.
Somebody needs to help. We'll skip to that.
File. I don't know if one reviewed it. Did you look at all of these? What did I find?
Joe Beth, this is the pistol permit that Warren was gonna sign last week, but I already put that your position was signing it, so.
Okay,
And then here's a gravel tax warrant.
and make the motion that we approve and sign the gravel tax warrant. All in favor?
I,
Aye.
All the sun. That one, what do you think?
yeah. Past Hillside.
Okay.
Orange, right there, all right.
Just one place to sign, right?
Just one place on the gravel, yes. May Bank reconciliations. And transaction report.
Is that big in terms of the overall budget? But I'm looking at building management wages. And we budgeted something really low and we've already exceeded it. What's the overall budget, not small numbers. I'm wondering if it's coded wrong.
Oh, yes, and it's already being fixed.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, it's, I pulled the 6-month report and caught it on the 6-month report. We had added codes for the landscaping.
Yep.
And I didn't
And
change it on the
separate from the-
payroll sheet.
And separate from this cemetery.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought it
Yep.
probably was. It just.
Yeah,
jumped out at me every.
I
Yeah.
added the code in the system so they could charge it, but I didn't charge the hours to it on the payroll
Yep,
report. Yep.
yep, nope, that's.
And
We're spending a lot on highway shop supplies, which we know.
Yes.
The professional technical service for the transfer station, which I think is at the old landfill.
We had all those reports and we had a couple of years that they didn't bill us on.
Yeah.
So. That was that 6,000 some odd dollar invoice that
Yeah,
like some
Yeah.
of the dates supposedly went back to 2020.
well, I remember we questioned it in the documentation.
Yes,
We
Yes.
hadn't paid.
took her 5.5 months to get it to me, but she finally got me what I needed.
You registered a couple of months.
Yeah.
They've already worked on
I
it.
brought mine down.
Yes.
It's actually kind of handy.
Yeah. What'd you have to go for?
Line password. Now I'm building like a truck.
This is in the.
That's all I have for signatures.
Okay, we have minutes, correct, or no?
No,
Okay. And for old business, the flooring moisture issue,
I sent an email to them today because I still hadn't heard anything, and last I spoke with him, he was gonna get us on their schedule, so. I sent an email to them today.
okay. I should pull out and have our select board goals, and we started working on them. So I have them right in front of me. You know, we talked about all the things for the transfer station. Um. The building maintenance that's ongoing, and then a big thing is, looking through our policies and procedures and updating them, they woefully outdated some of them.
Jeanette sent us.
Yeah.
Some.
There'll be a couple of, what I'd like to do is start with the next meeting, going over the, right to know one. Cause there've been some changes in the law. So if we could dig into that next time. Do you want to tackle another one next time so we can start making progress?
Yeah, a lot of the ones you sent us aren't really long or detailed.
No, they aren't. So we could just, so I picked like 5 short ones and just arbitrarily just let you know. Okay,
Shouldn't be a problem.
So we're going to do the right to know one on the next meeting?
yes,
Okay.
and 5 random ones.
And 5 random ones?
Yeah, some of the short ones, that shouldn't be difficult. Are there some that you think should take priority over others for some of the short ones?
I'd have to look at the list.
Okay. So I'll get with Jeanette and we'll send a list out so we can all be prepared. Okay. All right, committee updates. Conservation Commission?
I forgot all about it.
No. Anyway, I have to put everything on my calendar. Definitely forget. Planning Board?
Yeah, next meeting is gonna be a public hearing for division of some property.
Okay,
Somebody bought some land. I guess you gotta go to the abutters and all that.
yep, for subdivision, yep. Yep, minor subdivision,
Yeah, it's just the next door neighbor bought some of his neighbor's property, so.
okay. And there was a question, we got an email, we were copied on it, that there were some questions about, did you discuss that? I think it was about,
The right of way encroachment over
well, that I think we decided was not the town's issue because it's a private road. I think it was the transfer station.
Nuisance and Solid Waste District?
Yes,
there. Oh, yeah, they talked about it, what I remember Carl says, we don't make districts, so.
that's what I was thinking, but I just didn't trust my recollection. Okay,
Can I have this back?
yes.
Is it safe to assume that Carl's responding to this? Since it was addressed to the planning board?
Oh, he is.
Okay. I'm just not gonna do any,
He did not say specifically, but.
I'm not gonna do anything unless I'm asked to.
Post community agreement, we've got a draft agreement that's gone to the attorney. And we're looking at probably fall before we meet.
Yeah, a
With the
couple months,
attorney.
Paul said.
Yeah. Building committee, you've got work dates coming up this weekend, right?
Got a work date this Saturday and a work date next Saturday. I'll send out a reminder to everyone on the committee. I did have one person say that she would not be able to attend either one. She started a job where she works on Saturday, so. hopefully we can get a decent amount of people to come out and take care of the stuff that's on the list. I'll include the list and what is supposed to be worked on.
And I'm going from memory, things to work are on the roof over the kitchen door.
Mhm.
The kitchen door was replacing
Yes.
that.
Yes,
By where the old police station used to be,
the door.
the grate and the door,
The grate won't need to be done now because that was paved.
okay. So just the door,
Yep.
and then,
Painting the door to the boiler room.
okay,
You see the soffit on that side's coming off.
Soffit.
Yeah, run along the top of the edge,
On
the roof line,
that side?
on Jim's side. Right along the police station.
Oh,
On the
yes, on the
back?
back side, I
Yeah.
did see there was a piece that's got caught in the wind or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
okay. Then last year, I think you power washed the front of the building.
Yep.
So maybe some of the other, do we still need to do tuck pointing, or
Yes, but
that's a big job?
it's trying to find people to come out and just give you prices. And then they come out and they look at it and then they never send you a price. So it's just like, you can't, how do you,
And like the lights. It's hard to get an electrician. Okay. Transfer Station Committee, the committee hasn't met since the last time we met.
That's correct.
Yeah,
'Cause, well,
did you have some updates, Mike?
not really, cause I just started. Started on Saturday. So, but I know one of the people that does all the notes and everything, he's on vacation.
Wait, hold on just a minute, I'm having trouble hearing, let me get my little bit. Okay,
Alright, no, there hasn't been no meeting this last month because some of the people on the committee are on vacation.
yeah,
So it was basically tabled until they get back.
so we're still waiting, we haven't heard from either NCES or Waste Management about a firm price on recycling, right?
Right, I'm gonna have to, now that I have taken over the transfer station, I'm gonna have to get with them and push them to give us an actual pricing for recycling.
And we had talked at our last meeting about really looking at the total costs of recycling, including transportation,
Mhm.
because that might offset that $176 per ton. They won't go down. And then you're gonna work on,
Right now,
I think for,
I'm in the process, cause I only was there on Saturday. And we had about 50 people show up, which was nice. But it's been a very positive communications with people that would love to go back for recycling. So basically, I'm putting all everything back together where we will be able to recycle. And we can actually, we have a way to be able to bring it from here to like Casella,
okay,
like we did, well, I did it before.
and maybe
so-
compact it so we can minimize the trucking
Right.
costs. So you'll come and tell us more about that. in Future meetings.
Right, I'll have more information at that time, because I did not get to do it today,
Okay,
but sometime this week I will try to get Casella and pinpoint how much money is it gonna cost the town for recycling. For them to actually take it to wherever their recycling place is, either Rutland or down in Mass.
okay. Good. Grant updates, I think we talked at the transfer station committee meeting about moving forward with trying to get a scale for the transfer station, if there's a grant that would cover the costs. You know, that had been on hold.
That would be, I'm just recommending that we do that fairly soon. Because the pallet jack that we have at the transfer station is almost dead.
Okay, will a scale obviate the
Will
need
be
for,
on the actual new pallet jack, yes.
it'll be on a pallet jack?
Yes.
Okay, so
So
we
we
can,
could actually, when you jack it up, it'll give you exact weight.
okay, and we wouldn't need to replace the pallet jack.
No, because it comes all as one
So you're
Okay.
saying the grant needs to be for a pallet jack with a scale?
with a scale on it, correct. New Hampshire Recycle said that there's grants for that, so.
And I don't remember the timing on those, if there are deadlines or,
Rotating.
okay. How's your workload in terms of proceeding with the
I'll
application?
start looking at it.
Okay, are we all in agreement on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any updates on the other ones for the truck replacement or the fire tank here? No, it's early in the process.
No,
So I wouldn't expect
I
an
haven't gotten
update.
any updates on either of those.
Okay. Then going back to the transfer station, I know we've talked off and on about compactors and things like that, and there is grant money available to apply for those. So when we decide what to move forward on. Okay,
We're gonna look at the single phase one, won't we?
yeah, the three-phase would be too expensive to run.
Yeah.
We'd have to pull it almost half a mile. And that would be on us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, I've heard conflicting things about it, but then I think Stratford has single phase power. Bethlehem's talking about using,
Groveton's got single phase, I think.
what's that?
Groveton has single phase.
Groveton,
don't they?
yeah, I think so. Bethlehem's talking about going with single phase, so. You know, it might not be as good as three-phase, but I think it's still workable.
Well, the big thing I'm looking at. There was some information that was brought up to me. That there was a compactor for sale, a small one.
Mhm.
Which was single phase, but it would be. I would like to try it, especially on plastic bottles. Because this way here, you can compact them and put more. Going to,
So we can keep our trucking fees down.
right, it won't, they're able to get rid of the bring. The weight is not gonna be there, but it's more. That we could put in there,
The weight wouldn't be there anyway.
right, but the
Yeah.
thing is, by crumping them down, we can put that much more. Without having to. Less trip.
So what's the cost of this?
It's $4,200. It was a small to medium size compactor baler.
Is this one that we need to check out and make sure it's,
It will, I'd say. At least look at it and see what it does.
and where is it?
I believe it's in. Lisbon?
No,
But even if we just crunch plastics. Down, that would really. We can pack a lot of plastic in a trailer and make. Won't be so much. Turn.
Do the grants cover used equipment?
I don't
basically, yeah, I'm looking to be able to do basically like we did before. And try to make some profit. Won't be much, but
Well, it's
Yeah.
not
Running-
profit.
it's like aluminum can stuff that we can
At least get some
Come
revenue to
back,
offset
revenue
our
back.
expenses.
to the town.
Good. Are we back with connection?
Yes, we're back to recording.
Okay. And based on the invoices, I'd say the FEMA and mitigation work is going
Yes,
along.
the FEMA and mitigation work has started again. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay, new business, Big Hill, Blakesley Road, speed and traffic signs.
So there were some yield signs put up on Big Hill at Blakesley Road. But you can't see around the corner when you actually yield. The yield sign's really far back where like you have to literally go into the intersection to see the other traffic. If any traffic is coming up Blakesley. So I don't think yield signs are a good option there. We need stop signs, we need, traffic coming from this direction or that direction. Something because we're gonna have a collision there.
Could. Especially with the increased traffic with under canvas.
Right, and Under Canvas hasn't placed any signs yet. We still haven't found out exactly when those are going to be put into place. I'm going to touch base with them again this week, but also it was brought to my attention that Under Canvas isn't allowing a delivery truck into their property, that they're telling him he has to offload in the road,
Yeah, that happened to me. I saw it the other day.
and that's not gonna fly.
The road's not big enough. And they're
No,
blocked.
no, you can't block the road with a semi because you don't want them on your driveway or whatever the case may be. They're gonna have to figure something else out. Kathy brought it to my attention
With that
today.
sign they put up, they can't fit underneath.
No, it's not that. I talked to the driver because I got caught there for an hour. Because he was unloading and everything, and then we had to wait till myself and a neighbor up the street. Could get in to Under Canvas. He backed up. And then we went in and then he was able to get by us, but he had to unload. With a forklift that he had to have on his truck. And then take it all the way up to them and then come all the way back down. And he said their reason that he was told was that he can't bring the truck up there because there's no longer room for him to turn around and they don't want him to hit any of the cars that are parked up there. So they told him he has to park in the street.
Why don't he back in it then?
He can't. He can't because of all of the mitigation that's going on. It's no longer safe or able to do so.
Well, then how does it get out of it?
He comes up and then he goes up by my house and goes back
All the
down.
way
He
around.
goes all the way around loop.
Which is not what they're supposed to be doing either. So I don't know if it's something
They,
that,
they need to make something at their entrance then big enough for delivery.
Eh.
people.
and I don't know if it's something the board needs to request for them to come to a meeting, but it just seems like there's of various things that, they're just saying, no, you can't do this or you can't do that, and they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So it's just. Okay.
So what I'm wondering is, should they come to just a select board meeting or should we have a combined select board planning board meeting? Because the planning board was very involved initially in telling them things, they could and couldn't do.
They ought to be here at the same time.
Yeah, I think there should be a combined meeting.
And we need to get all the stuff that they said they would do that they haven't done, so we have it in writing.
Right.
The other piece to let you know is that, especially with the intersection issue. One of their people went to go canoeing over at Forest Lake, we presume, because they went down Big Hill. When they came back, that yield sign was up, but they didn't see it or something. They almost hit Kathy and Bob as they were going home from work. And, you know, they're used to being able, but she had slowed just to look for traffic, because this brush is so high, you can't see either side who's coming. And the other vehicle just came right on through and then saw her at the last minute and hit their brakes where they were like right in front of her front end.
Which is not, I mean, that's not a under canvas issue. That's that's the driver, but still, something needs to be done with those traffic, with that intersection there.
Yeah.
And
And-
we
and
as a
they-
town can make the determination of having a stop sign. Do we need to
Correct.
vote on that as a select board?
I would assume so.
It is,
It is a town road, so we should be able.
We should be
to-
able, to. I'm just thinking the
Yeah.
process, because we
Adam
haven't
should
done
be able to
that.
put it up.
Hmm.
Adam should be able to put it up.
I mean,
Right.
maybe a stop sign or 2 stop signs or 3 stop signs and then a sign as you're coming up where Blakesley goes this way and Big Hill goes this way, a sign right there saying cross traffic or something, because
Yeah,
it's unfortunate that people just don't pay attention. And if you're not familiar with the road, it's gonna be an accident and
I've been going up on a Saturday morning and almost got run over by 2 of their vehicles coming down. They were going like
The under canvas
on the
vehicle?
canvas,
you
they,
need,
well, were they
Yeah.
under canvas vehicles or guests
No,
of under
yes.
canvas?
That-
So you're assuming because
Well-
they could have been coming from anywhere.
we've been seeing them coming in and out.
I
Under
understand.
canvas.
And I've been remiss on having people announce who they are and
Yeah.
speaking for the online, so we've got
Yep.
Mike Carey and Kathy Fountain.
Yep.
Mandy,
This is
and say your name, please.
Andy Devino, 511 Simons Road. I've had almost 2 encounters coming off of Big Hill to Simons Road. And correct me if I'm wrong, Warren, because you live on Big Hill. There's no yield sign.
There is a yield sign at the bottom of Big Hill,
There is.
and it has been there
Outside.
for a long time, but
Okay.
whether people pay attention to it or not.
Okay, I just don't drive it that much, but I've almost been hit twice already with out of state plates. I don't know if they're coming from that place or not, but yeah, I just wanted to confirm that there was some.
Yeah, there is.
So do we have a clear idea of where the signage is needed? If we're gonna put stop signs, or do we need to do a field trip and just go drive it and see?
I could tell you, Warren could
Yeah, I
probably
can
tell you,
probably tell you.
Okay.
Kathy could probably tell you.
Yeah,
I just wanna make sure that it's a town road, we can put the signs up, I don't see why we can't.
Yes,
It's definitely a town road.
Do we?
Dot only does the highway roads. The town roads are done by a select board. And the highway department installs them.
Okay, so we're looking at stop signs at which intersections?
On Blakesley and Big Hill. Just gotta think, do we want 1 stop sign or all 3 places to stop? or-
Like a
I-
three-way?
I almost
stop?
think you need a 3-way stop just
I
because
think they did on.
well, you've got
the other side
private,
of Haven Road.
you've got private property there. And so if people aren't cutting their brush back, what are we gonna do? Go start cutting people's yards now because people can't see? If you do a 3-way stop, then everybody has to stop and at least,
And you may have to put the one at the top of Big Hill beyond the brush and the tree there, because the road itself doesn't start to curve till you further up where you can see the cars coming from,
So like a
like.
pinning stop sign. You know,
Well, I would
you'll
like
see-
to think, like, the road does the curve. It's not like in a regular street road where you have a definitive
Right,
cross
don't
section,
have
so
a
you wanna go
great.
right
corner,
to the
it's more
end
of a-
of the straightness as it starts to curve. They can't miss it where it's there. And I would put it also, same point with Blakesley, before you turn right or left. Those 2 spots, definitely, and you're gonna need to put it probably on the right side coming from Blakesley to the curve to either go straight or continue on Blakesley,
just gonna-
only because,
All 3.
yeah, all 3.
so three-way stop.
Yeah,
sign.
3-way is gonna be the safest.
Get with Adam and figure out the best
There's
place.
another one at the bottom of Big Hill, one on Simons Road.
Well, they
Okay.
shouldn't be going down Big Hill.
They
That's the
should be.
first problem.
That's the next thing, as we talked about it in another meeting, is do we need to put local traffic only?
I've asked Under Canvas to provide that sign.
Because from what they said in the meetings, that they would try to direct, or should direct all their traffic coming up the way.
Yeah. That's where we need to meet with them
There
and
is,
have a list.
Kathy Fountain, there is one more request. Posting a speed limit sign on Blakesley on both, both sides halfway up. Because they are flying through when they're coming by our house and they're out of state cars.
Maybe we should put some more holes in the road.
Speed-
Well, there's enough, they shouldn't be going that fast,
I'm
but
just saying.
I had one person slam into my trees last year. I'm seeing them just flying.
Adam too about.
What is the current speed limit?
It's 30 at the start of Blakesley, posted at the start of Blakesley down here and posted at the start of Simons. But nothing on Big Hill or anywhere up,
But do we need to drop it down to 15 or 20?
Yes,
probably
I
20.
was thinking, yeah, talk to Adam, figure out what we should drop it down. to.
Probably
Okay.
20.
Any road that is not posted is 30 miles an hour.
Okay, but we can have it less. Yeah.
Yes, if you post it, it's whatever is posted.
it would.
So we can
Might
get
carry.
Adam's recommendation on that. Okay, so we've got a three-way stop sign at Blakesley and Big Hill. It seems like we need the signs at like upcoming stop sign, so the pending signs as well. Right?
Stop ahead.
Stop ahead, just a
Whatever.
warning sign, stop ahead.
Yeah.
Then
So that'd
they
be
can't say
3.
they didn't see it.
The turn,
Get some
Uh,
signs.
I missed that.
They could get some signs.
Well,
Blakesley coming down by
Mhm.
Mr. Courier's house, that corner. Needs to be addressed.
Oh, you mean by my house?
No,
That one or?
no, the one coming down,
coming down the way they're not.
Past your
supposed to be
house.
the
coming.
way they're supposed to go.
Where they're not supposed to
Supposed to
go.
go.
Well,
So if they come out of under canvas, they're
Mhm.
supposed to go
Oh,
Right?
right,
And
not
then
left. Right, and then it curves down, right?
right,
They're not
correct.
supposed to go left. So we should have a sign, no through traffic on as they go out and go to the left.
They're supposed to have a sign.
line.
They're supposed to have a sign at Blakesley and 135 saying under canvas. And then going up, and then at the Y, they're supposed to have a sign having them stay to the left. And then taking them up to Big Hill, Blakesley, under canvas to the right. That's where I asked them to put the signs, because that's the route they said that they were gonna have them travel. And then I asked them to put local traffic only. Or maybe even residential traffic only would be better, but local traffic only at Big Hill on Simons at 135 and at Big Hill. That's what I asked for. Because that's what made sense.
And it seems like these signs are all primarily because of under canvas.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think we should do it, but we should invoice them or
They should be paying for them.
Well, if Jeanette's gonna get with them about the signs they said they would put up, maybe we could ask them about, hey, we also see. Danger in this intersection, can you put these signs here also? And then they can pay for it that.
I think that would be good, except I think we need to move quickly on this, and I'm not convinced they're going to.
Do you guys have a problem if I met with the property manager there and said, hey, these are issues that are being reported to us. We need you to do XYZ. If you guys can't do XYZ within the next 7 to 10 calendar days, then we'll do it and just invoice you for the work.
That sounds good to me.
I mean, as a town manager, I would be able to do that, but I'm not. I'm a town administrator, so you guys have to give me that authority. I have no problem going up there and meeting with her.
You can let me know when you're going, I could probably go with you, but
Are you gonna dress as a sheriff?
You're out of luck.
it's not Halloween.
Yeah, I know.
I make a motion that we authorize Jeanette and possibly one or more members of the select board to go and meet with, the management for under canvas and talk about signage with the requirement that they put up the signs we've discussed, within 7 to 10 days, or if they're not going to be able to, we as a town will do that and invoice them.
Second it.
All in favor?
Uh,
Aye. And just as part of that, the signs we've talked about have been a three-way stop signs at Blakesley and Big Hill with the pending stop signs as well, 3 of them. Speed limits on Blakesley on both sides, working with Adam to determine whether it should be 15 or 20 miles per hour. We need no through traffic or local traffic only or residential traffic only at Simon's at 135 and at Big Hill.
There's, if I could mention, there's probably one more sign you gotta put up or see somewhere. No four-wheelers on the road unless it's licensed or off-road vehicles, because we've got a four-wheeler going by every day,
That's not us,
twice a
that's
day.
state police. You should contact the state police and let them know that. That's not the town.
Okay,
That is a,
Fishing game.
Yeah.
fishing game,
fishing game or state police.
okay.
And I know we allow snowmobiles on the
Only
roads
at
in
one,
town.
only at one section on Simon's.
Actually, I think when I looked at the rule,
One other one.
it's broader than that, if I remember correctly. I'd have to go back and check. And I don't remember if it was snowmobiles or snowmobiles and ATFs.
I'm
ATVs.
pretty
No,
sure.
we don't have
It's not
ATFs, no ATFs,
No ATVs.
no
ATVs, rather.
ATVs, none here.
You could drive limited, a UTV, a utility vehicle, not an ATV, a UTV if it's licensed. If you have a plate on it,
Okay. I mean,
but
I'm,
not an ATV. An ATV is different. Like you can't do like a quad,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
you could do like a 4-seated.
Mandy?
Amanda Devino, if you have questions about snowmobile, just ask Paul, he's been working on the trails.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought we looked at it last
Okay.
year because there's a question and it seemed like we're one of the towns where there's no restriction. If I remember correctly, I could be,
I do remember that, but I thought it was only on one road.
Here's-
Definitely Simon's, but I'm not sure where else.
I
Paul
thought
would know
French
that.
Road too,
I
Like-
thought French Road is where it was questioned.
over by Lawrence Newton's.
Yep.
There's 2 crossovers on Blakesley that have been going on for snowmobiles. One's the one just below me. It's almost like an open driveway. They've put up a different cattle gate, but that's one. Another area is just near the glamping between the end of that grass section when it starts to become the Blakesley land.
Is it actually a snowmobile trail?
it's a
Yeah,
snow-
they had it all set
Well,
up
then
in
that's fine,
snowmobiles.
but they can't drive on the road. They
Yeah, no,
can't
they're
go
just
down
crossing
the-
over. That's
That's
why I'm
fine.
saying there's 2 crossovers.
Yeah,
what I
that's
was
fine,
saying.
yeah.
okay, it seems to me like that the most urgent things are
Yeah.
the traffic signs. And then we could deal with the ATV issue later, or as we talk with them, maybe they need to have some information they provide to their guests.
Where's this ATV coming from?
It's coming, it may be coming from Miller Road and going down to the glamping, because I don't see it later when I'm driving down. But it comes back later about 5 o'clock in the evening
She thinks it might be an employee.
that he's using an ATV to go back and forth to work.
But I think we need to.
But I
do
didn't
more-
see plates on it because I looked.
And that's fishing game. If you know what time they're going, probably let them know.
Okay. Haven't seen them today.
Now, I'm trying to, because when I went out there a couple of years ago, when
Mhm.
they were just conceptually talking about it with other members of the planning board, I thought they were gonna have another, like an emergency access on the other side.
Simon's Road?
On Simon's,
There is.
Does that, I can't remember which of the road,
It would be Simon.
Simon,
Yeah.
on the
did
back.
that ever
side.
happen? Do they have an,
There.
They have a skate.
But it's always closed unless.
can they use that for deliveries is what I'm wondering?
No,
Okay,
It's only supposed to be for like emergencies and stuff.
okay.
and they're septic, right?
Yeah, septic system. right?
Okay. So we have a motion that passed for Jeanette and possibly,
I seconded it.
all in favor? Aye. To take the lead on that, and if Warren, if you go with her, that would be great.
You go.
Okay. And then we should, it seems like we should still probably have a joint meeting of the planning board and their management team. And I'm saying the planning board because they have all the history of the initial discussions. Now, the next planning board meeting is also a public hearing. Does it make sense to have that as, have us go to the next planning board meeting? And have that on the agenda, do we check with Carl?
It should be fine.
Okay. And that would be. August 5th,
First Wednesday.
yep, 7 o'clock. So we would need to post that as a select board meeting as well. Can you talk to Under Canvas about that?
Yeah,
Do you want me to reach out to, do you want to reach out to the planning board, Warren?
And let them know.
Yep.
I can do that.
And ask them to bring their recollection of everything that was agreed to prior. Are we all set to move on?
since we're on the topic of Under Canvas, I received an email from them last week. It looks like they've been bringing like pickup trucks full of cardboard to recycle. This was something that was slightly discussed at the last select board meeting, and that we were going to start charging for cardboard. Obviously, this will still hold true if we, whatever route we decide to go with recycling, whether it goes in a dumpster and it gets pulled by Casella or whatever carrier, or if we do our own transport. But what happened last week, it looks like they brought in 2 mattresses and then a truck of cardboard, and Kyle wrote them a ticket. And then he sent the ticket in with all of his stuff with the checks. Well, then Under Canvas sent me an email asking me to sign up on their online vendor system. And in order to do that, we have to agree that they'll pay us in 30 days. We have to give them a formal invoice, all these things. And my initial reaction to that is we're not set up to do that type of thing. We don't have the resources to regularly do that type of thing, because what happens if the Dalton Country Store then wants to do it, or O'Neill wants to do it, or Ridgeline wants to do it? So now we're doing invoicing for services that should be paid at the time of use. I don't have a problem if they don't have a petty cash checkbook or can't get a check right away to bring with, and they need to come in here and pay cash the Tuesday or Thursday after, but I don't think that it's appropriate or fair for the town to hold out 30 to 60 days to get a check for services that we provide right away. I mean, before you know it, we'll be in the business of just doing IOUs and then trying to collect on them. So,
And we have no accounts receivable system. We have
no,
an accounts payable system. But
Yeah.
our, other than the tax and those things like that, we don't have any way, I mean, we accept money, but we don't have any way of billing and tracking that. That would be a
Right.
whole nother infrastructure.
I mean, and I do invoices like for grants and stuff, but not something like this. So,
And it seems like if we do it for one company, we
Well-
need to do it for anybody who wanted it.
You would have to offer that for everybody.
yeah, I mean,
But if they know they're coming there with something, they should bring a check of the money,
right. Right,
like we all do.
yes.
Yeah.
So. I mean, if the select board wants me to sign up for this online vendor thing, and
I wouldn't.
I think that they need to be treated just like any other business in town. Either you get your own dumpster and you pay that service for the service, or you utilize our transfer station and you pay us for the service at the time you're using it, or within, like I said, if they go to the transfer station on Saturday, come see me on Tuesday, right? I'll have a copy of the ticket, they bring their ticket, fine, it's paid. But
I'm sure they expect their customers to pay the night they stay and not bill them for 30 days later.
right. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
I'm fine with telling them no.
okay,
I don't think we need a motion, that's just our policy, our practice.
okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Any different opinion?
No.
The North Country Council put out their thing where every year they do a 10-year transportation improvement project request. And for many years, we didn't do anything, but last year we did put in for it.
We didn't last year, we did the year
Year
before,
before, okay,
because
thank
last
you.
year we were dealing with the floods.
that's right. It seems like it's one of those things, it's 10 years out, but if we don't ask for anything, we're not gonna get it. We might ask and not get it, but you know, we definitely are not gonna get it if we don't ask. There is a short turnaround though. What was the deadline for that?
July 27th. Initial proposals are July 27th.
Okay,
Additional project information by August 24th. And then they submit them November 13th.
do you happen to have what we put in for 2 years ago?
I do. I just brought it up. We just put in for pedestrian lanes. So like biking lanes, pedestrian lanes on 135 and 142. And then we put in for a crosswalk at Bridge Hill at the Dalton Country Store. That we put that in July of 2024. So we already have that information. If that's something that we wanted to do, we would just have to make sure that it's up to date. And then we could submit that again, or
I mean, I think those things are still valid.
Yeah,
Is there anything else we should add to that? Any other places in town where a bike lane would be reasonable?
Where's this money coming from to pay for it?
the state.
The state.
This
North
goes
Country
on.
Council aggregates grant, requests from communities and then helps package it to put it to the state.
I think I'd rather have a bridge on 135.
Well, that's coming.
Well, should we put replacing the bridge on the list?
No, because this is the 10-year plan. We
Yeah,
want
we
that to
want it
happen
sooner than that.
sooner than
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
that's supposed to happen, what, in the next?
but you know, it doesn't hurt to mention that if they're replacing the bridge, having a pedestrian or bike lane when they
Oh,
replace
yeah.
it would be a good idea. So maybe calling that out.
If they're gonna replace it, just put another sidewalk on one side.
Exactly.
Is it them that's replacing it or Dot?
the state is.
The state,
State,
yeah,
okay.
but this money all,
It
Come
goes
from the
through
state.
DOT.
and like if we put in for bike or pedestrian lanes on 135 and 142, those are state roads.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
okay. I make a motion that we ask Jeanette to put in, a proposal with North Country Council on their 10-year transportation improvement project request, reiterating our prior request for the bike lanes on 135 and 142, a Bridge Hill crosswalk, and also calling out the need to add bike/pedestrian lane to the 135 bridge when it's replaced.
I'll say.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Do we have other updates?
I do have one request. But I'm requesting this as a resident. Jeanette Sharon, 859 Dalton Road. So there's a car or two that drives through town between 6 and 7 in the morning and sometimes between 3 and 6 at night. That's very loud.
Could be purple color.
They have.
Does it sound, have a gunshot sound?
Yes, they have a very loud modified muffler. And sometimes they accelerate it or do whatever they need to do to it to allow it to backfire. And it is a nuisance. And I'm not the only one who thinks it's a nuisance. People have complained about it. And I would like the town to do something about it because we have a vehicle noise ordinance that prohibits people from driving through town with unnecessary loud vehicles. So I would like to ask that the select board at least issue a letter to the owners of the vehicle with a copy of the ordinance asking them to abstain from driving in such ways in which it is
Annoying.
annoying. Yes,
That one, he almost shot at him twice.
So do we know the owner of the vehicle?
I don't. I have an idea, but
If it's the car, I think she's referring to on Simons Road.
there's at least one. There used to be more. But I was informed by a state trooper that one of them was driving erratically during bad weather and wrapped his around a tree, so. So we don't have that one anymore, but there is one, it's bluish or purple in color and. It,
So we shouldn't mention it now in a public session, but if we can't send a letter if we don't know who the owner of the vehicle
Correct.
is.
We can find out, I'm sure, but.
Okay,
As you know, whose property is on.
let's continue this in non-public. Are there any other updates?
I do have a non-public.
Okay. Do we have any public comments? Okay. I make a motion that we go into non-public. For,
Mine is for legal.
okay, let's say personnel. And legal.
What's personnel?
The talk about,
didn't like want to talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Yes. Personal.
and legal.
Thank you, good night.
But
Good night, thank you.
Sorry, there was something I didn't know about. Did someone second that and vote?
I'll say that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Can you close the door, please?
Don't forget to disconnect.
Going into non-public. We're back from non-public.
Okay. So with our non-public sessions, I believe that we should seal the minutes for session numbers 2, 3, and 4.
Second that.
All in favor?
Uh,
All, okay. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Good night.
Thank you, everybody.